Good afternoon. It's a Monday. It's day 247 of the drive, and I'm in Kanchanaburi, where the bridge over the river Kwai is, and that's the bridge. So this bridge has a very interesting history, and we're going to walk the bridge while I share what I can remember. So this bridge was built during World War II by the Japanese. Well, the Japanese commissioned it to connect Thailand and Burma, and this railway was meant to supply supplies for the Japanese army. It runs 400 over kilometers, and it was built using prisoners of war and also local labor that were conscripted and to build this. So prisoners of war, there were about 60,000 prisoners of war, and about 180,000 other workers from Malaysia, China, Thailand, and all this, and it took 15 months to build a railway. They started from both sides, right? And there were two spots that were like sort of like the most difficult to build. One was this bridge, the bridge over the river Kwai, and another which is actually north, where they cut through the hills, and now it's called the Hellfire Pass. And the reason why it's called a Hellfire Pass is because they were cutting through rocks, and fires were lit so that construction can happen like 24 hours a day, right? So what happened was this: out of the 60,000 POWs and 180,000 sort of forced labor from around the region, more than 100,000 people died building this railway. So what they say is, like, these are the sleepers on the tracks, and what they say is every sleeper actually means is for every sleeper there is one person died. One builder who worked on this bridge, on this railway, died. So we're walking on the bridge right now. The train still runs on this bridge, leaving station 3 times a day, ending up in a town up north called Namtok. The railway after that is no longer commissioned, no longer in use, because that's the one that goes all the way to Burma, to Myanmar now. So when the train comes, they've built this so that you can actually avoid the train and step on the side. This bridge became famous largely because of a novel by a French guy, which was then made into a movie by David Lean in 1957, right, called The Bridge Over the River Kwai. And that movie won like 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. But the funny thing is, the movie was shot in Sri Lanka and not here. Sawadee-krap. She wasn't too happy, so yeah, I guess it's hard when you're sitting there the whole day in the heat trying to sell something, and it's a tough life, man. Hang on, I'll be back. อันนี้ปลาปลาปล่อย Oh, okay. So, put night? Okay. So these are fish, and I guess you let go, you release the fish into the river. Eh, Annie?
ปล่อย
Ah, okay.
ปล่อยเลย เทโค้ง
Oh, wow. Oh, it's an eel. It's like a river fish. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna release this. Annie, and okay. Okay, so I came across a tour guide earlier, and I was just eavesdropping, and she was telling that group of tourists that if when you cross the bridge, don't drop anything, because once it's dropped, it's gone. so I'm very careful with what I have right now. But here's releasing the fish.
ปล่อย
You Anna?
ปล่อยไปแล้ว
ขอบคุณครับขอบคุณมากครับ
พูดไทยชัดด้วย
พูดไทยไม่ได้
อย่าพูดให้ทิปเลยปีใหม่ยังไม่ได้ทิปเลย
ไม่เข้าใจพูดไทยไม่ได้
ไม่ใช่ให้ทิปคนตี
Okay, I don't know what she's saying, but yeah. ขอบคุณครับ I go first. Okay, thank you. So I thought the release would be gentler. She just threw the whole bag into the water, right? So yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So yeah, where was I? I was talking about the bridge. Yeah, I guess that's it about this bridge. The bridge in the movie was reconstructed, and in the movie I think it was like bombed or something like that. But this is the real one. That is from what I saw in the trailers. I haven't watched the movie. From what I saw in the trailers, it's like a wooden bridge, but this is metal, and the iron of this bridge was actually imported from Indonesia, and I think some parts were shipped from Japan. And this was the time where, you know, Japan was like in their imperialistic mode, and they were like taking over countries, and somehow got into World War II, and a lot of people suffered. But that's war for you, man. That's war for you. Stupid. You know? All for power and conquest and all this kind of shit, man. Anyways, and it's still happening today. Anyways, so tomorrow I'm gonna take a train. Oh, that's the Kwai right there. Tomorrow I'm gonna take a train from the Kanchanaburi station and to the last stop, which is Nam Tok, and the train will go past this place called Wangpo Bridge, the Wangpo Viaduct. And the thing is that you know, as you were riding through, and I'll shoot it tomorrow. It's beautiful scenery, and the fact that it's built that you know, that way. But the thing is, every single prisoner, every single person that worked on building the Wangpo Bridge / Viaduct died building it. Every single one. So I don't know how it's gonna feel, because yeah, I'll leave it for tomorrow, right? Knowing that when you're crossing it, that the hands that built what I'm going over like 80 years later, yeah, every single one of them died building that. Well, anyways, it's getting a bit too serious, but hey, you know, this is why I like exploring and traveling, because it's stories like this that blows my mind. Like, it makes me appreciate, you know, how fortunate so many of us are, and yeah, I guess that's it. There's I guess that's where the POW camps used to be, which is like sort of turned into what does it turn into? A gathering place, I guess, a memorial of sorts. But going back, right, 1942 to 1945, before the end of the war, it took about 15 months to complete the bridge, the railway, and there were prisoners and people staying there, and they died building this. More than 100,000 people died. They died from cholera, malnutrition, from hunger, from sickness, from malaria. They died from everything. They worked on this, fell sick, and they died. And yeah. Okay, so I'm on the middle of the bridge. I don't know where this leads. I guess we'll be walking back after this. Yeah, there's stalls selling stuff. Man, seriously, I'm feeling it already, right? So to think, so how to think that so many people died building this, man. The ghosts, of all those who lost their lives, man. Well, it's been turned into a tourist attraction now. But the story, I mean, what happened here, it's I hope it never, ever happens again, man. What happened here and what happened during the gulags in the Soviet Union, in Russia. It's crazy what human beings can do to human beings, right? Other human beings. Okay, you can't get down from here. Oh, this is for you to step aside when the train comes. But there are stairs there that you can walk down. And I think here, yep, there's one way that I can walk down after this. So yeah, I guess this is it. The bridge over the river Kwai. Talk to you guys later, man. I don't really know how to explain how I feel about this, but it's just strange, right? This is what I saw earlier, and assuming that this was a prisoner of war camp, and that's where the tower is. It's now looks like it's set up for a food court and bars and performances. And there's some relics, I guess, and like this truck. I don't know whether it's from World War II, but it's prisoner of war camp. It's branded. And hello. And there are kids playing around. That's the bridge itself. From the other side, there's a war museum. I'm going to check it out later on. Yeah, if this was where the prisoners of war and the conscripts were kept, prisoners while they were building this. You can imagine it like, how it is today. Oh well, let's head back to the other side.